Um, I'm glad y'all are all here tonight. I'm a little nervous because this is the first time I've ever done this on Zoom. If we were in person, I'd be a lot less nervous. Isn't that silly? But tonight I'm going to talk about some blueprints and templates and pre-designed pages, how to use them, what their benefits are, all kind of things. And so to get started, I think I'm just going to jump right in and share my screen and go from there. So let's see, how do I do that? Okay, share and the screen and share. Can y'all see it?
Not yet. Remember, there's a lag. Now it just popped up.
Oh, okay. All right, and then this little doodad. Can I move this?
You can.
Okay, all right. That's good right there. Put it down there at the bottom. Okay, so again, we're going to talk about some blueprints and templates, and they may be called different kind of things. You'll hear blueprints, templates, page maps, pre-designed pages. They're really all the same thing. It depends on the designer and what they named them and the level of completeness there is. So, because some of them have, well, and you'll see some of them are just templates and you put everything in, photos and all of the embellishments, papers and everything. And others have everything already in there and you just drag and drop pictures in there. So it's just that you'll have all different kinds in your bag of tricks before it's over. Um, your blueprints now are that is a P2P design, pixels to pages design. And if I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with pixels to pages, and we can go over that a little bit if you want to, but it's a subscription um, where you get advanced training. Well, as simple or as advanced training as you need to create just stunning pages and to really learn how to use every function in the Artisan software. It's really incredible. But the blueprints that you get from your initial subscription or even the free trial that they offer, you'll pull those into your computer and they live either on your computer in a file or on an external hard drive. Other designed pages, templates, blueprints, if you will be in your content. You'll get them from the Forever Digital Art Store, and they will live inside, they will present inside your content within the Artisan software, and you'll see that in just a minute. One of the biggest questions, or one of the questions I get the most often is, I know I have all kinds of pre-designed pages or templates and I can't find them. So we're just going to start with that. So to locate all your pre-designed pages and templates within your content, the easiest way I have found to do that, and pardon me, you're going to probably see the side of my face, but I'm looking at my bigger screen so I can see everything. Can everybody see this where it says insert text right here?
Yes.
Y'all can see. Good. Good. Okay.
Yes.
So
All right.
the easiest way to find all of your templates and pre-designed pages within your content is if you go to your welcome screen within Artisan. You have Artisan pulled up. That's your main screen that comes up. It has all your projects at the bottom that you're currently working on. And it'll hold, I don't know how many, but mine usually shows 8 to 10 down there. So from your welcome screen, if you click this Manage Content tab, this comes up right here. So from here is all of my content. And so to make sure that you're seeing all of it, I click my library so that it refreshes. And then there's all these different tabs of types of items that are within all of those kits in Artisan. Okay. But my pre-designed pages are here. And I typically, when I'm working on a project, I have Artisan pulled up and I'm working on a project, I will leave this tab open so that I can scroll through and see what I might want to use next. Or if I want to look more quickly, this seems to be the easiest way for me to do it. I also have set up some categories and put some blueprints and templates in there as well. They're not all in there, but like if I buy a kit and it is a template kit or a pre-designed kit, then I will go ahead and stick that in that category, and that helps me as well. So, so the ones that I've purchased most recently have been, I put them in the category. I just haven't gone back and done all the ones that I had before. So, but that will be helpful to know that. So let's see. Next, you're gonna figure out pretty quickly when you start using Artisan that there are multiple ways to do virtually everything. So when you're using we're going to start with using a blueprint, an actual blueprint, which is Pixels to Pages. Pixels to Pages. Do I need to let her in? It looks like Andrea's in. So
Yes, let her in.
okay, okay. The Pixels to Pages
Bev?
blueprints.
Hey,
The
Bev.
Hey,
Hey, can I ask you a quick question before you get further?
sure.
Because I'm just kind of new and learning about how to categorize and organize things.
Mhm,
When you showed us under your categories that you had a folder called Blueprints and Templates,
mhm.
underneath that, how do you categorize your blueprints and templates under that tab right there, that drop down? Do you have even more categories organized?
I really don't. I just have them all stuck in there.
Okay,
Now,
all right, thank you. Okay.
okay. Okay. Now, if I'm working like when I was doing our trip out west for last year, I put everything in there. So there are some in this category that I knew I wanted to use
Oh,
that are templates and the kits that I wanted to use within that project. So anything
okay,
that looked
thank
like
you.
it might be mountainous, I put it in that.
Good tip. Thank you.
Okay. Um, okay. So let's see, go back to this. So the blueprints that you get from Pixels to Pages, they don't come in the same way as the items that you purchase through the Forever Digital Art Store. Okay, when you purchase that, it comes right into your content. So the Pixels to Pages blueprints, actually, you pull those in, you download them, and then you extract them to a file on your either your computer or your external hard drive. And that way, so when you decide to use those, you actually there's several ways. Again, there's various ways to get to anything pretty much. But so to pull in a Pixels to Pages blueprint, we're going to start with this up here under your home, under the home ribbon. It'll be this template here. And you can pull, it gives you the two options where you can pull a page from your computer. So a file on your computer, which is where your blueprints will be, or a pre-designed or template from your art kit. Okay, so if we click this, it pulls up where your blueprints are. Now, again, when I extract my blueprints, I split them up. I have I have one folder that had the main folder, parent folder is the P2P blueprints, but I split them up from 11 by 8.5 and 12 by 12. I primarily, all the projects that I do are 12 by 12. And at the end of the 12 by 12s, I also let the seamless lay flats come in there as well. And I'll show you why I do that in a little bit. Okay, so this first blueprint that I'm looking at, I don't want to make y'all dizzy, but I'm gonna go just right back up here to the top. We're gonna use this one here. So again, you click that, use a file from your from your computer, and you would click this, and it shows the file name for the blueprint you've chosen to use, and then you would click open. Okay, I'm trying to make this not take so much time and lag time, but it pulls up like this. If you have right now, I have my view set to all so that you can see everything, all the information that the designer has included with this blueprint. Okay. And I have personally experienced where, why won't this work? I can't make this work right. I can't do this, can't do that. Well, then I have to read all the words. And sometimes I don't like to read all the words, but it will tell you exactly how to use it. So if you're having any trouble, once you pull one into a project, check their instructions. They're very clear.
And I will second that. Always to a fault, I will ignore the red, and it always bites me in the butt. Go back and read the words. Okay, all pages are designed for lay flat. Oh, that's the problem. I'm not doing lay flat. So just read what it says. It's very clear, like Bev said. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Please.
That is
please.
hugely important.
As sometimes you may have to, finagle it a little bit to make it center on your page and to look exactly right. So there are a few things that you can do once you have your blueprint loaded in here. And this is another way which you can actually insert a page or pull in a page to your project. If you right click over here in this panel, I think maybe let me pull that. Are there people wanting in? I don't know. I keep hearing something, but I don't know. Okay, I don't see any more waiting. Okay, so when you're in this panel, your pages panel on this side, if you right click on the page, you have a lot of options, or you have several options here. So you can insert a pre-designed page, which is going to take you to your content. Okay, it won't take you to the file where this blueprint actually came from, because it won't take you to your computer. It doesn't give you that option, but it'll take you to all of the pre-designed and templates that you have in your content. Okay, you can duplicate a page, and you can mirror image the page, and I most often do a 2-page layout, and I like for them to match or be very similar. So the mirror image is a wonderful thing, and the duplicate is a wonderful thing. So if you can see here, let me show you. Let me change my thing to 2 bound pages so you can see the what it looks like. So I selected the duplicate this page, and so it's just the same. Now you can, to make this look a little different, I would, do something like maybe go over here on this page and take this and this and this and this and that, and I would group them together, and then you can rotate. I would rotate it probably, and then pull it down. I would try to grab it, but I'm afraid I would grab all that other stuff, and I wouldn't be able to get it back there. So hold on just a second. And I left that one black one out there, so oh well. Get it there. Should be able to. There we go. So, like, I would probably just pull it down so that it looks similar. You can manipulate the page so that it will look it will look similar and you can coordinate it better that way. So that's duplicate. But my favorite is, my favorite way is to mirror the image. That way you've pulled the page in, by right clicking and you've pulled it in. And then if you click mirror image, it just flips it over to the other side. So it looks exactly the same on the other side. And a lot of times you get a really cool effect by doing that. And now I will say this too, that if there's a lot of detail, I love Rachel Pierce and hers, this is Sea Trout Scraps. Her designs are amazing, but she puts a lot of shadows and layers and things together. So if you do mirror it, sometimes it doesn't mirror exactly. So you may have to play with that a little bit to get that to look exactly like you want. Don't get frustrated, just keep playing with it. So then let's see. The next thing is an actual pre-designed page. Okay. So here, you can already see what I chose, but if you insert a pre-designed page, so I did a right click on that page on the side panel, you insert a pre-designed page, this feature is not available. So you have to make sure when you're doing this from this side that you have it on one of the page views, either the all or your single page view, okay, or it won't work. So again, right click on the page and insert a pre-designed page. And it should bring us to all of my templates are listed here, that are in my content manager. Okay. And this is the one I had chosen from earlier. And then you just add the selected page. It's already there. So I'm not gonna do that. Now this is, again, it's pretty much a drag and drop. You can just put in your photos and you can really be done with this one. There's not a lot that needs to be done. I did pull in some pictures. And the only thing I changed on this was I pulled that little airplane off and I added a hot air balloon. And then I added our text and that's the page. I mean, and it was really, really quick. So your pre-designed pages are, they're as quick as you want them to be. You can just drag and drop stuff in there. I did add a background paper too. So, but all the rest of that was there. And it just, it's amazing. And then all these little pieces, you can put them in, take them out, you can move them around. If you didn't like it there, you can, again, it's endless possibilities of what you can do with this stuff.
And Bev, the way that she moved that, you can change any of the elements over there, just like Bev just did, and that's enhanced digital art. So now the possibilities with our art kits are absolutely, literally endless. You can change the color, you can change the hue, you can change the embellishments. Like she took the airplane off, she added this, and you can take everything off. So you can do it just like it is, or you can mix and match. And it's really kind of cool. But this gives you the good start.
It does. Well, and I think the intent of these designed pages is to save you time, but I can't leave anything alone. I just can't do it. Apparently, it's, I don't know why, but so I had to do something, but you can do as much or as little as you want to, and you can make it as unique as you are. So, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is we're going to look at this cover here. Of course, anytime you click on your cover, it's going to tell you that will always change depending on the number of pages that are in the book. It's a little annoying when you first do it, but if you ever order a book and your spine is a little off, then it won't bother you a bit to click OK every time. It'll be just fine. Don't know why I know that, but we have in our digital art, we have entire kits that are designs for your cover. So they're designed to be the cover of your book. And again, you can just put them on there, insert a pre-designed page, just like what the process I just showed you. You put them on there and then do as little or as much as you want to, and your cover is done. This is actually a seamless lay flat P2P blueprint. And I just learned recently, like within the last few months, that we could use these, that the aspect ratio is perfect for our covers. And so that just really made me so happy to find that out. And when I discovered that, I did the cover to my Out West book and I used that template. So I was very happy with how that turned out. And again, all I did was, I did manipulate a little bit. Of course, y'all know I can't leave it alone, but it started like that. So, and then let's see, there's one more thing that I wanted to talk about that I also have discovered recently. We talked a little minute ago when it said I had to be on single page view to pull in a template. Here, well, oh, I'm on the cover. Sorry. Let me go to come on, give me a blank page. All right, so I'm on a single page view. Let me change that back to a spread, 2 bound pages. All right. So from the home ribbon and a template, fiddle-dee-dee. When you're changing a template, you can be on either. Okay, it's changing the template for, it thinks, the entire book or from there on in the book. So when you start out a project, when you create a new project and you have to put in a template, I typically start with with blank, but you can pick any template in your content, and it'll put 20 pages of that kind of template or that set of templates in there to begin your project. Which is, again, I just do a blank one to start because I like to use all different kinds. Was that a question? Okay. Anyway, so you can put from here, you can be on a double page spread and you can add, add your pages at will. Now, to add this little button here to add a page. So if you need to add blank pages to your project, this is another place where you can do it. You can do it on the side as well. And here you can insert blank pages, but it tells you that it can't be, that you have to be on your page view. Okay. So I'm going to change to my page view and go back to here. And this, when you click this drop down, it gives you, blank, it gives you these 3 options. If I wanted to add, let me see if I can find a left and a right, I should have had one of these pulled up, but I didn't. Oh, come on, there's lots of them. Okay, like right here, I can pick this one and this one at the same time. and add them. The only thing is, it will add them at the end of my project. And I was unaware that I could import more than one page at a time. And that's the only place that I've found that it will let you do that. But it will put them both in at the same time, the left and the right. But it will put it at the end of your project. So that's really all that I had as far as what I wanted to show y'all. Do y'all have any questions? Anything y'all want to see?
I do.
Okay.
Do you mind to go over that again on the ribbon at the top, how we can get the 2 pages that we want to mirror? I know we click on the view bar, and then from there, where do we go?
Okay. From here, so once you've pulled in this is not a really good example, this one that I pulled in, but I'm sorry, let me go down here. Pull this one here. And let me just remove that page. Okay, so this is our initial one that we pulled in. I went up here and I pulled it in from my computer and I found this one. I clicked on it and I hit open. And that's what pulled it into the project.
Okay.
Okay. And then once I had it here, it's in this side panel. I right clicked on that page and I clicked insert a mirror image.
Okay.
And you put it right in there beside it. And so
Yes,
then you
ma'am.
have your mirror image.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And does everybody know how to read the blueprint lingo? Like when you have all those blueprints pulled in on your computer and you've saved them on your computer or your external hard drive, do you know what all the letters and such mean? Okay, go ahead, Bev. Teach them
Okay.
that impromptuli.
Thank you. Actually, I
You're
missed
welcome.
that. I had it on my list of things to talk about and I skipped right over it.
Because when
The-
you said left and right, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, we need to show them how to find that.
Mhm. Well, these are all created by the Pixels to Pages team. Okay, so they all start out with P2P. It'll either have an 11 or a 12 as this first number. The 11 means it's the 8 or the 11 by 8.5 layout. So it's that layout. The next number, so this one's a 12 by 12 because it has a 12 instead of an 11. So it's Pixels to Page Designer, and it's a 12. This one's a 12 by 12 size, and it holds 3 photos. This very cool thing. You have 10. Well, we'll not do 10. We have 5 pictures. What do we have that holds 5 pictures? So, and they come in like that because they all start P2P, 12, and then 5. So all of these designs, the whole design will hold this number of pictures. This one in particular, this is a left side, and this is a right side. It'll have an L and an R indicating a left or a right side. And this whole design holds 5 pictures. This side holds 3 and that one says 3. Oh, because this one is a shared picture. That's why. So, but the whole design holds 5 pictures. So that's very helpful too. When you know how many pictures you want on that page or you have for that event, then it's pretty easy to look and find exactly what you need. Especially when you have a lot, if you have like this design holds 11 photos. And again, so you have your Pixels to Pages designer. It's 12 by 12 size. It holds 11. The entire design holds 11 photos. This is what they named it when they were designing the page. And this is the left side that holds 5. And this is the right side that holds 6. Y'all have any more questions? Or anything you want to see?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
And during the where you have your P2P blueprint saved,
Mhm.
it's not under, you didn't put them in your commercial art kits, did you?
No, the blueprints, these Pixels to Pages blueprints,
Yeah.
you can own, they come in a download and you have to put them in a file on your computer or on an external hard drive. And so that's where mine are. They're in my external, they're on my external hard drive. And then I have 2 subfolders dividing the sizes out. So I don't have to sort through, I don't have to scroll through all the 11s to get to the 12 by 12s, which is what I use most of the time. And
Well, and I think I may be wrong, but this past weekend I purchased several things, and when I went to save them to my hard drive, I chose my commercial art kit as the place to save it on my hard drive.
okay, if you purchase them through the digital art store, then they are most of the time, it'll indicate it if not, but most of the time they are kits designed to pull directly into Artisan, so they will list in your content. So you will have
Right.
some that are in your content, but if it's
Okay.
a download only, that's really the only option that you have. And
Uh-huh.
then you get a little zipped file where you have to
Yes,
extract them. When you extract them, you put them in their own folder. But you think you put them in your commercial art kit folder?
I do. And I've got a list of several that, I unzip them and save them to my commercial art folder. And then when I went to click on them, it said that they either looked like they were duplicates of something else or they were empty.
Yeah,
Okay.
because these are from this weekend. The
Uh-huh.
blueprints that they gave us. So the blueprints that they gave us do have to be downloaded, just like Bev said. They're not meant to go in your commercial art. So
Okay.
Artisan won't read it through the program because it's a
Okay.
different file. So it's a .pak kit, I think is what it is. So
Okay.
Artisan will read it if you put it in another file and go get it, but it doesn't go into
Okay.
the commercial.
And
So
Okay.
I can show you that, I think. The let's see. You just go to my downloads.
Mm-hmm.
They come in. So this is the
Yeah.
Pixieland Crop Blueprint
Right.
collection.
That's
Okay.
one I tried to download. Yeah.
All right. So once it comes in like that, you extract all, and I
Mm-hmm.
typically just let it go wherever it wants to, just as long as it shows me where they're going. And then, but see, I've already done it.
Right.
But once
Okay.
you, let's see, so skip these, let me decide for each file. I've already done that, but
just say skip them and it'll open, and then you can open it. Yeah.
okay. So then you have,
A file that's not with a zipper.
right. So you have these, and this is where I take the ones that are, these look like all 12s or seamless lay flat. So if you take all of these and I would move them to my file,
You've got it. Your Epcot's an 11, bottom right.
okay. Thank you. There any more 11s? Yes. Oh, they're at the bottom. How weird is that?
Yeah, I was gonna
They
say they brought them
usually-
in differently this time. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, let me undo my 11s here. Yeah, the 11s are typically always at the top. 11 still does come before 12, right? So, okay.
You got one,
And then you
one more
just,
bit.
is there
One
another?
more on the bottom.
The Sultan Mosque.
Golly. Okay. And then I just pull them into my 12 by 12 folder. It should tell me they're already there. Okay, let's
Yes,
just,
okay.
okay. And then I would do the same thing for the 11s. I would highlight
Okay.
all of these, and pull these into there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I'll go back and try that tonight and see if I can get those to work.
Mhm. And
Okay.
then if they're listed in your, if they're listed in your content in Artisan, you may have to actually go to, you won't be able to delete it, I don't think, in the Artisan, like when you're looking at your project in your content manager, you may have to actually navigate to the file where it actually is housed on your,
Okay.
does that make sense? It's just two different
Mhm.
files,
Right.
where it's located.
Okay.
Now
Thank you.
mine is showing just like a little page with the corner clipped down. When I go in and look at it, what am I doing wrong there?
A page with the corner down.
Yeah, it says art page.
Oh, I have that sometimes. What?
Yeah, it says art page. I can see all the information, but instead of saying what it actually is, it's just a
Mhm.
little blank page.
Okay.
And I went on view to see extra large icons, but that didn't help me. Just give me a bigger page.
It just gave you a bigger page.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me, and I can't remember right off the top of my head what I did to fix that. Um,
I would
Hmm.
re-download them and say
Did
replace
you-
the file.
when you, okay,
Say
you
what
could,
now?
yes, you could try that. Just re-download them and replace all of them
Okay.
and see if that works.
See if that were
It's-
okay.
It seems like when I did that, I had it in a subfolder. Somehow I had put it in a second folder.
Uh-huh.
And when I clicked off of that folder, the original folder, I could see them. I could
Oh.
see the
Okay. I'll
actual
try it again and see.
image thumbnail. Okay.
Okay.
So, anybody else? Is there anything else y'all want to see? Or you have any more questions? Things I said that were confusing?
And I will just ask this general question. Do you all know how to fill this blueprint? She's got it up on the page. How do you get all of those greens to be different colors? Do you know how to do that? Or do you know that you're supposed to do that?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You would do it the same way that I filled in this template with all these pictures. I didn't pull any additional pictures in, but I can use other ones.
Just go to content and show how you can, the different shades of green means lighter and darker.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Mhm. Let's see. You can each one of these layers is a different embellishment, and you can change them one at a time with paper. You want? Ooh, that's dreadful. That's awfully close to what it is now. So you can fill them, you can fill all of the layers with elements, or all the little elements with paper. And then, and so all of your papers are here. Let's find a better art kit. I don't know. So let's pick something fun. That's a big kit. Whew. All right, we'll go with this. And you can fill it this way. And so each individual piece you can make a different color. You can if you wanted to fill it with just a solid color, you can pick a color. Like so. All of your embellishments for that particular kit are over here. You can add that to page. Stick that down there. And then let's see, let me grab, this is not going to match at all, and I apologize. That's that's me and my husband acting silly on 4th of July.
I love it. How romantic.
He puts up with me, I'll say that. So we have a good time. See, oh yeah, that's let me just go back up here. 4th of July, watercolors. Come in. There we go. Now let's take this here and fill it with that.
I purchased that kit too. And
Isn't
used
it
it for my
so great?
yes, for my first page that I ever posted on the P2P Facebook page.
So good, so good. Add that to page instead. Stick that right there. So you can see, I mean, I just play and play and play and play. It is so much fun.
So let me ask this again. So take it back. So you've got your template. Now you want to go in there and change the colors. So what was the first thing you clicked on?
Okay, so over here on the side, this is each individual element, each piece, each layer to this page. Okay, so that's it's close to, well, that is the background. And then that circle is a piece. This circle here, this circle here is a piece. And then you have these little strips that are pieces. See the little flag, and that's a little flag. And then every single layer over here is an individual piece that you can add papers to, that you can color, that you can design. You can leave it on the page or sometimes take it off. Sometimes there's too much. Sometimes there's just too much and I remove some of the layers. But then, so over here, don't be afraid to left click or right click. You'll be amazed at what you'll learn just by clicking around and seeing all the options that you have. So this layer here, I can fill this with a solid color. So I can pick a color. Or I can fill it with a gradient, which brings up a whole different array of things to try and do. And you can put in your colors there. So let's use this red here and this blue here. And you can pick which direction you want your gradient to flow in. I mean, it is really just crazy how many options that you have, and you can preview it on your page and it'll show you what it looks like. That one is way behind. Let me pull it up front so you can see what it actually looks like. See that? So that's that's like the piece of paper that I just colored it, and I added the red and the blue, and then it's a gradient effect from one edge to the other. And it's a diagonal gradient. Okay. And then you just put it back where it was. Let's see, where was that? Well, let's put it right there. See how it is right behind there. So it looks like if you were traditional scrapbooking, it would be the piece of paper on the background and then your photos on top.
But Anita, if you just click the shape, then you can go over to your content panel and right click and say, fill this shape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
So she says, see how it did that? So she clicked it and now she's going to go over and choose another one. Or choose something.
I've clicked this outside circle,
Mm-hmm.
and I just pick another something to go. Let's use something that might not. See, those are going up and down. These are going sideways. Okay, so I'll pick this, and I right clicked. Did you see? So this piece of paper here, right clicked, and I fill selected. And you can even move this around. You can make it, you can pick a certain part of the paper, certain portion of the paper. So if I wanted all the white in there, and then it filled it just from what I had selected.
Okay.
Okay, and then you just, again, you just add all your embellishments and oh, I can just make that look like it's tucked behind. So this element, I have it selected, and I can arrange it, and I can either pull it down from up here and place it somewhere. See, I don't want it. I want the strings to be right behind our picture. So there we go, and I can make that a little smaller. Like that. Fill this with a solid color. I'm going to use the red and blue again. Just can't get enough red and blue. So, just like that.
Thank you.
I have a question. On the blueprints, the shades of green, could you put all the shades of green like the same paper or whatever? Is that what the shades of green are? Or are they just shades to show you the different shapes? Do they mean anything?
Just what you just said. They're different layers. They're different shapes that you can add. You can add papers to them individually, or you can select them all and make them all the same color. If you wanted to do that.
I just didn't know whether they were designed like the darker ones, if they were designed to use all the same paper for those. You see what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
for somebody that wasn't a good designer, do you?
Yeah, you could. I typically, if it's a darker green, will go, I know that it needs to be a darker color. Now, whether I use the same one or not, that'll depend on where it's at. But I like to go with the dark to the light theme that they have going.
Okay, so the darker shades of green, you should use a darker.
Well, you not should. I
Okay,
personally do.
okay.
Yeah, I
I've
personally do
never
because I'm
done
not a
that.
great designer. And do what?
I have never done that. I make them whatever color I want.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I just didn't know whether the designer did them like that for a certain reason. If there was a certain reason for the different shades.
Well, and there may be, that may have been exactly why they're that way. But I've just never, I've never even thought about it. I
Well,
just, it's my world, it's my page, so.
I would be
Okay,
like
I like
Cindy
to
though.
copy, so that's why.
yeah, I'm not a great designer. I mean, I like the colors together and I'll choose and I'll change out, but I personally do try to go with the darker, darker color. Doesn't have to be the same, but
Okay.
for depth. I mean, I
Okay.
do it for depth and lightness. And as a matter of fact, I just did one on my, let's see.
Well, I will definitely ask that question the next time we have a pixie in our midst, if that's
right.
how that's supposed to be. And I just didn't know.
And it could just be for differentiation, but I just always took it. If they made it dark, that meant it was, and usually the darker ones are the ones, light colors are front and dark colors are behind.
Okay.
Hmm.
That helps. Thank
on the
you.
color scale. So
Okay, then. Good to know.
any other questions before we close it out for tonight?
No, this was great. Very, very helpful. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
babe. You did a
Yes,
great
thank
job.
you.
Welcome.
You guys have a great night, and Lord willing, we'll see you next week.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay, you too. Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.